Let's see if this will hold. Eh? Alright, is it gonna hold? We finally gonna be able to get started today, chat. I'm sorry. We've had technical difficulties for days. Friggin' otter from Blackberry. Alright guys, well, welcome in. We are, I haven't made the formal announcement yet, but I'm swapping out Far West Friday for Fantasy Friday. We are gonna start the Storm solo run of Wizard101.
Answer these questions.
There's a lot going on with Wizard101.
What type of wizard you are? But now that we know what you are, what do you look like?
Before the game becomes totally unplayable... There's a lot going on here. Okay. Well, welcome in, Hez. Well, you're here early. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we are going to start that run today. I have not even created the wizard yet, so we are going to have fun. We are going to do that. We are going to dress her. We are going to create this girl, and we're going to find out who she is. And even among the presets, we can still change it. Like, we can still change the color and everything. I want her to have, like, a really wavy hair. Because, you know, storm, wind, that kind of thing. I want her hair to be, like, really wavy. I guess we can just pick one, and then we can get busy. Yeah, I want it to be super wavy. I think that's the best one we got, then, is for it to come out here. And I'm assuming I can change the skin tone. Hair color. Oh, we can color her hair. Hello, I'm here early. Shinky, perfect timing! You're actually right on time. We are creating... What's rainbow-colored hair? I don't even think she has to have rainbow-colored hair. If only I could customize the color a little bit more. I was gonna make it like a brighter... This is the brightest blue we got, so that's what we're gonna have to go with. And the eyes and stuff I'm not too worried about. I'm more worried about coloring her outfit, so... The guy at the tower in BG3. I did see that message, I didn't get a chance to really respond to it. Of course we want her to have the school colors. And because we're going with Storm, of course we have to pick purple and yellow. You have to make sure that she is dressed appropriately for the occasion. Then her boot color, we have to change that. And her trim's gotta be yellow as well.
Remember, if you ever wish to alter your appearance in the future, simply pay a visit to the Magic Mirror Shop in the shopping district.
Yeah, you can't actually change the appearance. And I guess maybe it's okay if she's got a little bit she's a little bit tanner. I don't need to give her face paint. Oh, there we go. There's the skin tones. I think I can make her a little bit brighter. Lizzie will sneak on in, pick him up, and throw him off. Yeah, I think I like this.
Remember, if you ever...
All right,
now we need to name her.
What is your name?
Oh, you can even change the language. That is funny. I didn't realize you could do that. Let's actually hit random a few times, see if we come up with something. Obviously, we want to give her a girl name. I think Melody would be a good start. Have the gravity do the work. This is supposed to be a new thing where they, I want it to fit, so... Let's do random again. Let's just keep being random for a minute. Ooh, Violet would probably be it. Violet Island Singer. Huh. You know what? It might actually be growing on me, chat. Just naming this girl. Yeah, we cannot change her name after we start, so we have to be sure. You know, I'm gonna write that down in the chat. I'm gonna put that in the chat, just so that we have it. Because then if I decide that I like that more... Yeah, just put that in there. I want it to be storm-themed, much like we did with Sabrina. It's nice that they got this random buttons, and you can just keep clicking it. Singer of Isles. Yeah? I mean, you know, Isles, Storm, you know? I think maybe the last name I might like, but I want to pick a different first name, I think. If that's what we end up going with. Obviously, I don't want to spend too long on this part, because I have to go grab a bunch of stuff from the shared bank for her equipment, so... But I do want to see what we can come up with. Yeah. Ashley Tritonstone. And we can even, like, mix and match these. Put that one in the chat. Did Wizard101 fix those changes you didn't like? I asked because you're doing the run after all. Well, the short answer, Shiki, is no. The reason I'm kind of starting this run is because I want to get to it before it becomes completely unplayable. Does that make sense? There's a lot of changes to the game that have occurred over its lifespan that I am not a fan of, but I want to have at least tried the run before it becomes basically unplayable entirely. Yeah. Yeah, I figured that was fair. With Thunderstone? We could give her a Pokemon-themed name. This Thunder Hunt right here. I think that would be hilarious. You know what? That's growing on me. I'm just gonna put that in the chat. I'm gonna put that in the chat, that it was last name 1. I'm not gonna go through every single one, because that's just gonna take too long. Yeah, I want it to be unique. I don't want to hit, like, just Storm. Like, that's just lame. Yeah, just if we find anything good that we like. Mirror might work, but... I think we have enough information in the chat to kind of put together a name for this girl. Yeah, I think we do. We could do glass or jolt. I'll put that in there as well. Yeah, this is just gonna help us name this girl. Yeah, I think we have enough information. Okay, what do we want to name this girl? Yeah, I had Sabrina named already because I knew I wanted it to be themed, but I thought about this periodically and I'm like, Let's see some of the other just third names. There's last name too. I'm just gonna scroll through this a little bit. And if you guys see anything, shout it out. I'm watching the chat. I'm starting to grow on Thunderstone for her last name. Thunder Charmer? Possible. Sorry if I'm going too fast. I kind of want to... Yeah, I'll throw it in the chat, just so that we've got everything in one place. Forge? No, that'd be more like a myth or a, Yuri might be something. Hammer, you know, because we've got, you know, Storm being the heavy hitter of the group. Yeah, throw that in there just to have some other stuff on there. Mirage might be. No, that wouldn't really fit based on what we have in the chat, so I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, I think we've got the last name. Yeah. Singer. Is that really... No. That doesn't really fit with what we have. Yeah, I think we got enough information. I know we've kind of still been going through it, but... Let's just do it really quick. Sorry if it's taking so long, chat, to name the wizard, but it's an important task. Well, it's not that important, but... Yeah, I'm really Thunderstone is really growing on me. Now we gotta pick a first name for her. What are we gonna call her? Actually, I need to pull up a list on my second monitor. Because my brother and I have claimed names for the Wizard101 characters. So I need to pick one that's not on that list. Because if we have to, like, trade stuff between wizards, then we know who's got who. I kind of like that Violet. Maybe we'll call her Violet. Yeah, I think that would work. Skylar? Yeah. I think Violet Thunderstone. No, that doesn't really fit. So many names, so few options. I know, like it's a... You know, Bryn kind of grew on me in the past when I was looking at this, but... Bryn Thunderstone. I'm gonna put that full one in the chat. Put that in there, but... Angela? Ooh. Angela could be a good option as well. We've got Christina. Christina, maybe. Courtney. Yeah, I know, there's so many names that we can pick, but... We do Jasmine. Mostly Jasmine. Do Josephine. Do Kristen. Do Lindsay, Lucy. I know, it's always hard when you do this. It's like... Miranda, Molly, Marina. You do Nora. I'm starting to like Nora, but I'll throw that in there, but... Could do Riley and do like a female spelling of Riley. Yeah, we're getting to the end of the list here, so... Yeah, we're at the end of the list. Alright, so we gotta pick one. So it seems like we've got Angela, Bryn, and Nora so far. Yeah, we can only do this once, chat, for anybody just hopping in. Once you name your wizard, that is permanent, so... Let's do Amber. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with Bryn. Bryn Thunderstone. Yeah, I think that's gonna be our wizard's name. And I'm sending that to my brother so then he can add it to our list. Alright! Now she exists. Now she exists.
Well, hello.
Obviously, we've been here before, so we don't need a tutorial. Alright, cool. Well, it's gonna be a minute before we can grab the equipment, but
normally,
it shouldn't take long.
Where you'd be enrolled and sent to your classes. But times are not normal. There's some kind of supernatural incursion in Unicorn Way that must be dealt with immediately. I wonder...
Speaking of, actually, chat, maybe I'll move my camera over to the other side of the screen so then you guys can see my health, because for the storm run, we are going to be running on low HP and high damage. That is the plot synopsis.
You've demonstrated such potential, I think practical experience will serve you better than lectures. Care to put your talents to the test? Splendid! Time is of the essence, so I'll teleport you there directly. Seek out Private Connolly, the Wizard City Guard in charge of that area.
Welcome to Unicorn Way.
So we've got a little bit before we can grab the rest of our equipment,
there are
but...
creatures here who will attack you if you get too close to them, so stick to the task at hand.
Whoa, 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 young student. The street's very dangerous right now. Is there something I can help you with?
Wizard, do you see the symbol above Private Connolly's head? That means he has something important to tell you. Go speak with him.
I know, right?
What's that? You say the headmaster sent you to help us? Well then, you're just the person, or wizard, I've been waiting for. This used to be a pleasant street, but we've been invaded by hordes of strange creatures.
What do you mean, Private Connolly?
The guards and I have been doing our best to push the creatures back, but we're no match for their dark magic, especially the undead. Maybe your fancy wizard magic will do the trick. Go battle a few of those lost souls, then report back to me. Good luck.
To battle the monsters, run up to them on the street. When you get close enough to them, they will summon a combat sigil, and you will be pulled into combat. If you want to avoid battle, you can keep safe by staying on the sidewalk.
If you can drive away some of these lost souls, we'll be in your debt.
Now, I could go get my equipment now, but that would require me bouncing off of my brother's account, and we don't have time for that, so... Well, I would have to go get my laptop from the other room, but... So for now, we are just going to be chilling out with what we have. And I'm going to take out a bunch of these other cards because I just want my stuff, so... Yeah, let me see if I can move my webcam over. Actually, it's not important for this stream because we're just getting started, but... And because this is a solo run, I mean, this first one is going to be a pain because, you know, it's... They always put you in a high population area. So we'll fix that in a minute, but... I will say, the way that they changed the music for Unicorn Way, I am not a fan of it. I don't think it belongs, to be honest. Yeah, we can change realms here real quick. Yeah, they're sending us on a crowded realm, but I don't want that. This is a solo run. We are going alone. We don't need anybody else hanging out here. We are going to hold the same rules that we did for Sabrina's run. The rules are going to be very similar. Borderline identical.
While your character is transparent, you are safe from combat, but it only lasts for a short time. Get to the sidewalk before it wears off.
But yeah, I've got a cool mount and everything for this run. It shouldn't be long before we can go to Ravenwood and get to the dorm rooms to be able to pick that up.
Your lead and start pushing these ghostly things back. But I'm worried we won't be able to drive the phantoms away for good without knowing why they're attacking us. We've got to find out what's behind this. Another intrepid student, Siren Nightchant, also came to help. Maybe he's learned something useful.
Oh, hey there, I'm Saren. You're new here, aren't you? Well, I for one am very glad you're here. I couldn't help but notice how you took down those lost souls. I have to say, I'm quite impressed by your spell-slinging skills. When I heard there was trouble on Unicorn Way, I rushed right over. But then I saw what's out there. Skeletal pirates. Skeletons I can handle, but skeletal pirates? Pah! Yar! No thank you! Pirates give me the heebie-jeebies.
Excuse me, did I hear you two talking about skeletal pirates? Going to face them? Please come talk to me first.
It would be good to know exactly what we're up against. Do you think you could battle a few skeletal pirates to see how tough they are? Great! I'll mark their location on your map. Thank you so much for doing this. Good luck!
Ooh, press M to access your map. You'll notice several points of interest, including the locations of enemies. Because you'll be engaging in combat, it's imperative you know how to regain health and mana. If you need to boost your health, collect the red wisps you see along the street. Ooh, if you need mana, collect blue wisps. Remember, casting spells costs mana, and fleeing combat drains it completely. So keep your reserves full.
Go battle a few of the skeletal pirates on Unicorn Way. The guards will appreciate a report on their combat tactics.
I'm glad if something isn't done.
Olivia is offering you a side quest. Quests marked with stars are part of the main story. Side quests are optional, but allow you to gain additional rewards. Good hunting.
Yeah, we will definitely play by the same rules in that respect. As far as side questing, those will be done off script unless they happen to overlap. Yeah, we're gonna play it that way as well. Yeah, I've got this wicked cool mount that I'm excited to show you guys that my brother is pissed that I got it and he didn't. So... yeah, man. There we go. Yep. This is the start. But yeah, that fire cat there with 100 damage took out almost 25% of my HP in one shot. And that's a rank 1 spell, by the way, chat. Rank 1! That is how weak the Storm School is, health-wise. But damage-wise, they are the strongest. It's the classic glass cannon. For those of you that are not familiar with the Wizard101 universe, just thought I would help out with that.
Parley, parley! Ye got guts, little wizard. More than us to be sure, but ye be no match for that which rattles in the darkness.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and turn in the side quest with Olivia, but we're gonna skip through the text, because we don't really need it.
Oh, wow! You made it back! I mean, how'd it go? What did you learn? The pirates warned about a rattle in the darkness? See, this is what I was talking about. Pirates are always creepy and frustratingly vague. What is clear is that some evil magic has emerged here, and we're going to need more than a handful of guards to stop it. There is a powerful, ancient being who may be able to help us understand the dark forces we're facing, the wise seraph, Lady Ariel. Not only does Lady Ariel possess strong magic, she's also the warden of the ferries, and they keep her well informed.
You've received a temporary mount that will expire after 1 day. You can also purchase permanent mounts from mount vendors or the crown shop. To equip a mount,
Or you
press
can get
E
them
to
dropped
open your
from
backpack.
certain
Next,
enemies.
click on the mount tab and double-click on the mount you wish to use.
Perhaps she's heard something about this rattle in the darkness. Go speak with her in the hedge maze at the far end of Unicorn Way.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and put it on. Just so we move a little bit quicker for the stream today. Until we can get our hands on the mount that I'm talking about. Oh yeah, and my brother got on my ass for not doing all the silver chests in Sabrina's run, so I think just to spite him, I'm gonna do it in this run. Any silver chest, chat. It's usually a minigame, either Shock-a-Lock or Catch a Key. We'll see those everywhere, so I was ignoring them in Sabrina's run because I didn't want to waste time. But because my brother asked, I'm gonna do it anyway, in this run. However far along we get.
Halt! What purpose brings you into our hedge maze? Forgive me, young wizard. These dark times make me leery of new faces. But now I see the light within you. We've much to discuss. The evil forces that loosed the undead upon Unicorn Way have also corrupted my precious fairies. Please, you must help them. Vile bone cages have appeared along Unicorn Way. They are filled with a mysterious dark magic that corrupts all fairy folk who venture near them. Dispel the dark magic in the bone cages, then bring me fairy dust from those it corrupted. It may reveal to me who is behind this atrocity. It pains me to say it, but the only way to obtain the fairy dust is to wrestle it from the dark fairies in combat. Try to be gentle. Once you've dispelled the bone cages and collected the fairy dust, return to me immediately. Good luck, young wizard. May the light guide you.
Alright. Yeah, I wonder how many bone cages we have to open. I think it's 2 or 3, but I guess there's 4. Ah! And then I've also got the Final Bastion questline guide, which we will use, similarly to how we did it for Sabrina's run, so that we can track our progress at the beginning and end of each stream. But yeah, this will be the new Friday routine, Fantasy Friday. Fantasy Friday. Because Magic Monday is not currently available due to Mass Effect. So I thought it was the next best option, because I would like to keep Wednesdays as my day off, even though I could do Wizard Wednesday, and then shift my day off elsewhere, but I kind of like having Wednesday off. So, middle of the week break, so. Yeah, you guys can't see it right now, but I'm at half health right now. You might be thinking, that's absurd. Well, I will show you.
Oh, I can feel the darkness down in my bones. But now that terrible cloud.
Let me actually move my camera over so you guys can see just how crazy this run is going to get. Let me find a way to move it over. I guess I can move it up into the corner. There we go. Perfect. That works. Beautiful. Alright. Yeah, as you guys can see, I'm at half health. Half! Crazy!
You hear a tiny, joyful voice call your name.
The upper left corner is irrelevant
Thank you for
anyway.
happiness, kind wizard. Your courage and benevolence will not soon be forgotten by the fairy folk.
You've cemented your reputation as a hero to the fairy folk, young wizard. With the bone cages dispelled, I can help the other corrupted fairies in time. Now we must root out who is behind this attack. Please, let me examine the fairy dust. Is that? But how? The fairy dust displays scars of a dark magic banished from this world long ago. Could it be? Rattle in the darkness? Rattlebones. In life, a ruthless tyrant who was banished to the underworld for his crimes. If I focus, perhaps I can sense his location. Oh, so much darkness. No, my vision is obscured. All I see is a tower ringed in bones. Siren Nightchant knows Unicorn Way. Perhaps he can help. Quickly, you must ride to Siren at once. Ask him if he knows of a tower ringed in bones. Go.
Yeah, I also don't think they had to really change the music around, like, at, like, the ambient music, but... But, what do I know? I just play. Well, that's a side quest. So we'll just grab those for later.
Hello! You were gone for so long, I was beginning to worry you'd run off and joined a skeletal pirate crew. What did Lady Oriel have to say? Oriel thinks an underworld tyrant named Rattlebones is behind all this? Wicked. Let me think. He's in a tower ringed in bones. Well, the skeletal pirates do seem to be concentrated around the old archives. Try looking there. Here, I'll mark it on your map.
Go hang out here.
Good work, my thrall. This could be the tome Bannister seeks. Now what's this? A wizard? Excellent. I could use a combat break. Let's play.
I'm gonna grab a couple more of these, maybe. Yeah, because I can only have 3. A lot of these are 55 to 95. Yeah, just so I got a few more. Let's get the Dark Fairy out first. Alright, she's gonna take 2 hits. They got traps already? That must be a change. I do not remember them having access to traps. That must be new, I feel like.
But the Dark Master's plan is already in commotion. You haven't heard the last rattle in the darkness.
In his haste to leave, Rattlebones dropped the tome he was holding. It could be important. Perhaps Sarah knew. As you walk back onto Unicorn Way, you can't help but notice that the dark magic that was previously choking the street seems to have abated.
This is how it always sounded, but anyway.
You did it, didn't you? You beat Rattlebones!
He's not that big of a threat.
The darkness plaguing Unicorn Way is lifting! Look! With Rattlebones defeated, the gods should be able to drive away the rest of the undead horde. Ooh, that tome looks important. You should take it to the library in the Commons. Harold Argleston will know what to do with it.
Cattails.
You've just collected a reagent. Reagents go in your reagent bag, which you can access by selecting the crafting tab in your spellbook, or by pressing J on your keyboard.
Yeah, if we end up going into that, we're gonna be thrown into a giant combat tutorial, and I don't want that right now. I can do that off script.
Well, hello there. I don't think I've seen you in the library before. I'm Harold Argleston, Master Librarian Extraordinaire. You say you recover this tome from an underworld tyrant who is going to give it to his dark master, Malastair? I do believe this is a matter for Headmaster Ambrose. You should take the tome to him at once. But before you go, allow me to reward you for your heroics. Please accept this treasure card on behalf of the denizens of Wizard City.
Treasure cards are special one-use spells of various schools. You can purchase treasure cards from vendors or craft them yourself. Press P to open your spell deck. Treasure cards are lit to...
And they can only be used once. You can use the quest finder as well to find stuff, but again, that's something I can do off script. Yeah, pretty soon we should be able to go to Ravenwood, and then we can get to our equipment stash that I have prepared.
Oh, good, you're back. I'm anxious to hear your update on Unicorn Way. Evil darkness summoned from the underworld? Oh, my. Rattlebones, you say? But he was banished centuries ago. How could... Oh, Malastair. Of course. But why? Rattlebones was searching the Unicorn Way archive for this tome? Well, let me see what it is. On the trail of the Order of the Fang. Oh, my stars. I will certainly look into this. While I do that, you need to attend to the matter of your long-delayed enrollment. If you are to truly master your magical talents, we must induct you officially into our academy. I'll send you now to Mr. Lincoln, our registrar in Ravenwood. He will introduce you to our professors and help you begin your studies.
From time to time, you'll see icons appear. Many people through. If you miss a tooltip, look for it in your tooltip log by pressing Q. And
potion flasks, and most importantly, make sure they are completely full, with a top on them, or you cannot use them when you need them.
Yep, our first potion bottle has become available.
You must be the new student I've heard so much about. You made quite a name for yourself on Unicorn Way. I'm Mr. Lincoln, and I just have some quick paperwork to get you enrolled. Signature here, initials there, and a lock of hair here. Are you allergic to unicorns or eyes of newt? Good. That takes care of that. To complete your enrollment, come meet your professors.
Welcome. I am the professor of the Ice School, where we teach thaumaturges to endure like permafrost. With
withstanding all attacks. While in the Storm School, we instruct young diviners to strike hard, fast as lightning, defeat the enemy before they know what hit them.
That is our professor, Halston Baelstrom.
We pyromancers of the Fire School prefer to carefully fan the flames. Utilizing damage over time spells, we slow burn our enemies to cinders.
That is my main school.
Commanding the elements is indeed impressive, but Theurgis of the Life School seek harmony with nature, which gives us the power to heal others.
Sorcerers also seek harmony, symmetry in all things. Balance is unique magic from Crocotopia, which supports and enhances the other schools.
Fireballs and flowers. Fresh magic that. All wizards summon monsters to fight for us, but only the best conjurers dare study the ways of...
That guy's an asshole.
And I'm Malone, not, exactly a professor. We haven't had a real deaf professor since the last one turned evil and destroyed the school, so... but I can get you started at being a necromancer. Our death spells drain health from enemies, damaging them and healing ourselves at the same time.
To some degree, we will be subclassing into death, so then I have some form of healing.
School. Cracking good decision-making. That will serve you well. I'll take you to our classroom.
Alright. Thinking about playing Payday 2 once the engine upgrade releases? Okay. I have not even touched it, so...
Welcome to the School of Storm, young wizard. I, Halston Baelstrom, am proud to act as your guide and trainer of new spells. Check back regularly to see what I have for you. And as your level of tempestuous tenacity increases, I'll summon you to learn special spells. There's but one spell for you to learn now. Lightning Bats. Train the spell, then report back to Registrar Lincoln.
You're already learning multi-pip spells? Oh, splendid! At the beginning of each round of combat, you gain a pip. You use these, like mana, to power spells. Some spells, like this one, take more than 1 pip to cast. To use it, pass a turn. Or cast a 0-pip spell to build up your pip supply.
Basically everything in this game, well, not basically everything, but about 95% of spells take more than 1 pip. Let's just be honest, guys. It's about 95%. So some is an understatement, my friends. It is an understatement. Yeah, I'll keep a healing spell in the deck because I don't quite have... Now, I might be able to go to the bunker, or the, blah, 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 blah. English is hard today, guys.
You've met your professor. Great! You can train spells in your school for free, but to learn other school spells, you must spend training points. Here, I'll give you one now. Use it to start training a secondary school. And if you change your mind later, see me to buy back training points. Anyway, now that you're enrolled, you get your own dorm room to store items and decorate however you want. This is the boys' dorm here.
Sorry, 1 second, guys. So apparently Twitch and Amazon are planning to use streams to train Gen AI. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either.
This is the girls' dorm. You can also use the Go Home button to reach your dorm room from anywhere. Once you get settled in, report to the headmaster.
Alright, so let's go grab our equipment. We have pets and we have goodies. We have lots of goodies to grab out of the deck. Oh, that's right. I had to store it because I didn't have enough room. Okay.
You have just discovered
I need a second,
that
guys.
some badges will need you to defeat a certain number of foes, and others will require that you complete heroic deeds. Good luck in finding them all.
Okay. 1 second here, guys. I actually need to go back to my main because I had to... Because, like I said, I didn't have enough space in the shared bank. So this is my main wizard. She is at the top. So we are gonna... really quickly just head through and go pass off the equipment. Because I didn't know when I was starting the run, so that's what led me to store it. So let's just go ahead and address that. Let's actually see how much room we have in our shared bank, because we have a ton of equipment. There is a ton of equipment. Let's see what I can move into the bank ahead of time. Some of the stuff is in there, but not all of it, and I would like all of it to be in there. Yeah, the pets are in there, the mount is in there. Otherwise, yeah. So we have 60 slots, 58 slots. How much do we have? 59. Oh wait, no, that's also some of my gear. Wait, where's my wizard's gear, though? Oh! I'm in my backpack right now. Ha! I am stupid. I am very dumb. I am very, very dumb for that. Okay, actually, let's make sure we're not pulling out more than we should. Okay, back to the vault. Because I don't want to grab stuff that... Well, actually, I may as well just grab it. Because then I can store it there. I can store it on that wizard. Yeah, I think everything in there. Okay. Yeah, let's just grab everything. And then we can sort through it later. But I just want to make sure that we give this wizard all the equipment that she needs. Okay, so we may have to make more than one trip. I would not be surprised if we do. We might. Yeah, I totally didn't realize this, so... And thankfully, they are labeled by school, so it's easy to send over the correct equipment. Even though we're not going to use it for a good chunk of it, for a significant amount of time. Yeah, if there's not enough room in the shared bank, I'll move stuff around, or we may have to make another trip, so... Yeah, I've decked this wizard out. Just like we did with Sabrina. We've got tons of equipment. Option to opt out. There better be an option to opt out, because I know I definitely will. But you know what they say, you know what they're probably gonna do, is they're probably gonna mandate it. They're like gonna hide it. You know. I have a bad feeling they're gonna hide it, and they're not even gonna ask. Like, they're just gonna impose it on everyone. Oh, and also, I need to grab the Hammer of Thor spellments, so that's actually a good thing that we're doing here. Oh, so we may not have enough room. If I have to put some of the... If I have to take out some of the, like, the level 150 items, yeah, I probably will. Okay. Yeah, I'll take back some of the heavier items, because we're not going to need those until closer to the end of the game. Yeah, I'll take out anything that's not for level 160. Or that's for that's above level 60. We'll take all those out. Because we're not going to need it for a significant chunk of time. Yeah, anything 60 plus, I'll take back into my main wizard's inventory, and then we'll transfer it later. That's practically all of them. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now we should be able to get the rest of it in there. Just gonna do a check. Okay. And then that. And then the pets are all in there already. I believe so. Okay. Think we are okay. Alright, that should be enough to... Loot! I know. Alright, Brain, we gotta bring you back. Yeah, we need you to get your equipment before we start, because I don't want to have any more delays than necessary. So we are gonna have you just grab everything in there. I don't think I can even use that. And then we'll do a check as well before we get going. Make sure we haven't picked up anything that we shouldn't. Moved in our way. Yeah, I don't know how you're going to be able to do that. A lot of the countries over there are getting, you know, they're getting a lot of immigrants. So I don't know. Not to say it's not possible, but you may run into trouble. I don't care if it empties my energy because these are my pets. And I'll introduce the pets to you guys. Yeah, Celestia and Mick. Okay, so I think that's all of our equipment, but let's go ahead and take a check. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta add the backpack lock. Yes, I do want backpack item lock, because then I don't accidentally... Basically anything that's grayed out is something that I can't wear just yet. But I think I do have some level 5 equipment that I can put on. And it looks like I do. Okay, so we should be okay. Just putting the backpack lock on there so then I don't lose. Because it took a lot of resources to craft all of that equipment and to hunt for all that equipment, so I want to preserve it. Then the Sky Iron Hasta, we're going to be able to use that in a while. Yeah, and some of this is a hand-me-down from Sabrina's run because it's just so good. And there's nothing better for that level range. Okay. Actually, I get rid of that. And then these are our pets. Let's actually head outside, and then we can equip it. We can equip our stuff. Alright, so let's actually trash this mount. Well, because we're not wearing it. Let's trash it. Let's just unequip. Alright, so for our hats. Where is our level 5 hat? So we have 468 HP right now. We are going to put on our level 5 gear set. I have it set up very similarly to how I did it with Sabrina. Like as far as the level pattern. And I'll get rid of any extra junk. And then we can equip this. And we don't have any of those yet. We do have a ring. And as far as our pets, so the way I designed this is because Storm has such trouble with accuracy, right? That is the main crux of the problem with Storm, is how do you make up for the accuracy loss? Actually, need to look for gems. Jewels, I thought I had it. Star. Yep, I need to be level 15 for those, but that's okay. And then, actually, yeah, Spellments. Shared Bank. Storm. Yep, we need that. Yep, we'll just grab those.
You just unlocked a new section in your spell tab. Spell writing. With this, you
Take
can
these
modify and
to read
improve
ancestors.
existing spells. Be sure to take a look.
So we had 468 before, now we're at 573, so we're okay. We've got a much bigger health pool. So, like I said, for the pets. So, I designed this run with Storm's accuracy in mind, as far as equipment. So this pet, Danya Heidi, the name's doesn't mean anything, that's just what it was when it hatched. So this pet is all for accuracy, so all of the accuracy characteristics that I could find and put onto one pet. Shaggy Roxy is our triple-double. That is our classic. That is going to be our best all-rounder option for most situations. And then Twitchy Spike is our nuke pet. He is going to be responsible for when we have very, very heavy combat that we have to just blitz. He's basically our blitzkrieg pet. So that's going to be his job. But for right now, we are going to equip our accuracy pet. We're going to do a comparison. So, our accuracy right now with Storm at baseline is 70%. 65% with Hammer of Thor, because that's a school, like a blah, 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 blah. That is a spell writing spell learned with Spellmans. However, then that gives us 65. Well, when we equip our accuracy pet, we now breach 100% accuracy at baseline. So we can now hit 100% of the time right out of the gate with anything. And we're going to be using our accuracy pet for a significant chunk of time because of that extreme need for strong accuracy. And you might be asking, well, why is Hammer of Thor so good? Why did we do this? Well, I will show you guys why. We cannot use Hammer of Thor yet because we do not have school pips. We do not have access to those until level 15. So this spell, what it does, is it removes a negative charm from you, then proceeds to attack. This is going to help once we get to Krokotopia, and they start casting weakness. This is our defense against weakness, right here, in that spell. Now, they often cast it more than once, but that at least lowers the threat considerably. Now, you might be wondering, oh, did they change it all of a sudden? Maybe they did. And with our Storm pets, we also have a free Storm Blade right out the gate, and we also have a Sharpened Blade, which technically we shouldn't have until we get to Azteca, but the pets, the hamsters, give it to you by default. So, no, it's always 10%, right? Yeah. Always nice that way. But for the mount, this is why my brother is upset. We get to run around in a giant mech suit. My brother is mad because this is dropped from a certain boss in Celestia that we farmed to get the Ship of Fools Spellmans for Sabrina's run. And my brother's mad because I got it and he didn't. So... where... yes, I do want it to remember my realm. I want to go into a less crowded realm, so that I'm not surrounded by so many people. Alright, well here we go. Now the run is gonna begin, my friends. We have all of our equipment and we are set to go. We've got all of our equipment through level 60. And that's kind of my baseline.
Oh, good. Now you know where all your classes are held. I hope you liked all the Ravenwood instructors. If you want,
actually, I missed one of the gems. I gotta go back and pick it up.
Wizard City has to offer. I should mention, though, there have been some strange events. Let me also introduce you to our resident advisor, Abby K. Doodle. She can tell you all about our many electives when you have time. But on to more serious matters. It seems the troubles in Unicorn Way were but the tip of an evil...
Because I know some countries in the EU are easier to get in if your ancestors are from there. Yeah, you could take a DNA test and see if you have Norwegian ancestors.
While you were gone, chaos erupted all over the city. Undead run amok in the streets, and our former allies have turned against us. Alistair must be behind this. Your victory on Unicorn Way makes you the perfect person to deal with this crisis. I foresaw you might save Wizard City. Now's your chance. Go to Old Town and talk to Sergeant Muldoon immediately. We must set things right and discover Alistair's goal in all this. Good luck.
One last word before you embark on your quest. I've tried. If you haven't looked into your spell book yet, click on the question mark tab. Oh, good luck.
All right. So basically, and this is kind of how Sabrina's run ran as well, this is kind of a new game plus because I pre-trained all the pets and pre-crafted all the equipment for this run. Yeah, there's actually one gem that I forgot to grab, and it's for our accuracy pet. So if your pet already has a characteristic on it, they cannot get it again. And what I mean is, I can show you an example. Actually, maybe I don't have it. Well, I can get it later. It's fine. But, let's say that I tried... Oh my god, shut up. So let's say I tried to put a gem on this pet. Not only can I not do it yet because I'm not level 15, but she already has that characteristic, so there cannot be duplicates. Each characteristic can only appear once on each pet. So, no trouble understanding stuff with my mental problems. My friends in there should be able to help. Yeah, if you've known them for a while, I would imagine. Oh, it spins. It's a little flips.
Beware! Beyond these gates, the city's gone mad. Wait, you're the hero of Unicorn Way. The headmaster sent you to help. Thank goodness.
Alright, we're gonna grab all of them.
Triton Avenue's been overrun by the undead. I don't have any guards left to try and deal with it either. You're not the first student to offer help. 2 wizards named Griffinbane went in a little while ago, and there was another named Grimwater. But none of them have come out, and I've got no word. Can you help me try to find them? Good luck, and above all, there's a part of the city we contracted out to the Cyclops Legion, appropriately called Cyclops Lane. But their leader, General Achilles, proclaimed an edict outlawing all things with more eyes than he, and forced all residents out of their homes. It's strange. Achilles always seemed an honorable fella, without insecurities about his ocular limitations. No idea what could have changed his mind. Professor Cyrus Drake took this personally, as he and Achilles go back a ways, and sent his student to investigate. Let's see, I wrote his name down. Ah, yes, Nolan... Wait, Stormgate? That can't be right. Anyway, find a kid on Cyclops Lane, and you say this was orchestrated by the former Death Professor? I thought he was dead. Well, all the other dead are back, so yeah, that makes sense. The whole city's a mess. The guard is completely overwhelmed. I hate to ask, but could you see if Private Quinn on Firecat Alley needs help?
Taxes are crazy in Norway, but at least the healthcare isn't expensive. I take waiting a month or two more than what I normally would in the US, then paying close to 1,000 for something. And I mean, it's a trade-off. Rematch trading? What? Are you joking? That is something I've never seen before. I may have to look into that. Rematches? That sounds like fun. Actually, let's grab this side quest. Alright, so... yeah, we can just grab everything, and then I can... Might be a medical debt. I don't blame you. I'm glad that you're reasonable, Has, because some people... you know, they look at the US healthcare system and they think it, you know, it's all wacko, you know, crazy and stuff. But, like, is any health system perfect? No. It's not. Like, look at the UK. Like, blokes over in the UK and everything, and from what I've heard from other people in the UK, and even in Canada, you have to wait sometimes up to 2 years to see a doctor and months if you need a hip replacement or something done, and you really should not have to wait that long. Like, the care quality is rather poor in that type of healthcare system. Even though it's free and paid for by charging half your income in taxes, or even more than that. I don't know what it is now, but... You know what? Because we're doing the storm run, let's do Triton Avenue first. I just had that thought. Like, let's go thematically. Let's do Triton Avenue first.
You there!
A
Help!
mixed system. Right, and that's difficult. Because I'm a firm believer in people being able to choose when and where they get their healthcare done, which is pretty common here in the US. But on the same token, it should be more affordable than it is.
I'm lucky you came along.
Without excessive wait times, but that's tricky.
Something has broken the flow of storm magic through the street. Those towers should have arcs of lightning between them. This is bad. My sister Susie and I came to see if we could help get things back under control, but we got separated. The haunted minions drove me back. Can you create a diversion so I can try to break through? Attack the minions, and I'll meet you by the river.
They're playing the battle music early. I always try to look at everything in a gray area, since it's not black and white. You know, I wish more people would do that, Haz. I wish more people would do that. You know what? That's worth a pin, because that is a powerful message. People need to not be so blind to the other side of an issue, but unfortunately too many people are these days. And that is just unfortunate, and very sad, that we live in that kind of society. Where, oh, if you support this person, you're an evil... I'm not gonna say the word on stream. But that's not true. So... There's very little in life, relatively speaking, that is actually a black and white issue. Most everything else has a gray area, and a significant one at that. I like to surround myself with people that can think, like, reasonably. So... Hi! Luke! You're late! You're tardy, sir. Put the dunce hat on your head. You're late, sir. I love Bulk's reaction. How you doing, though? How you holding up? Okay.
Thanks for the help, Wizard. I wouldn't have gotten here without you.
You sure?
I'm worried something terrible has happened. On my way here, I saw one of the lightning eels with Susie's wand in its jaws. Maybe she just dropped it, but maybe not. What can we do?
I couldn't help it over here. You're very loud. If you can bring me that wand, I may be able to assist.
Really? How?
Duncan Grimwater, necromancer. I was drawn here by a massive surge of death magic.
Oh, good, you.
It must be the reason
Hang it in
I
there.
have overrun the street. I wish Malistaire were here. He could stop all this madness instantly. If only he were still alive. Malistaire is alive? Impossible. I don't know what you saw, but you must be mistaken. someone is trying to deceive you and Professor Ambrose. Malastair was a great man, the greatest necromancer of this age. Ambrose is responsible for what happened to him. If he hadn't...
Can we talk about this later? My sister's lost out there.
You're right. Wizard, bring me that wand, and I think I can get to the bottom of this.
How's everyone else? Oh, okay, just walk down there. It's fine. Ah, so I'm gonna really get that chest inside. Yeah, we cannot use Hammer of Thor yet, but. Yeah, I don't have any other schools of magic yet to be able to fight back.
You've just received a pet snack. You can feed pet snacks to your pet after it completes a training game.
Excellent. Susie is still alive. I can sense it from her wand. I think I can find her, but there's one more thing I need.
And that is?
I know a ritual that could grant me a vision of wherever Susie is. It's very advanced. I'm not surprised you'll know. The connection between Susie and her wand is one anchor for the ritual, but I need another. And I think I know what will work. When I was trying to reach the source of the death magic, I ran afoul of the rotting fodder across the river. They're using storm magic.
That doesn't make any sense. Why are they using storm magic instead of death?
They were wearing strange amulets that were crackling with storm energy. Bring me those amulets and I can cast my spell.
Now, real quick, I'm actually gonna... take a picture of this and send it to my brother. Of my wizard and the mount. Keep it. Okay. I just wanted to do that for my brother, make him jealous. Yeah, let's go ahead and just grab it. Okay, real quick, I'm just gonna... Okay, so that's just in Cyclops Lane then. Yeah, you might think, well, we should subclass into Myth, but they get Myth shields, so it's not really. I'm actually probably gonna mainly subclass into Fire because I need... because the elemental blade that I will eventually be able to get with balance is going to be my clue to a good secondary hit. Even though my accuracy is going to be lower. But it is going to help against storm enemies, and that is going to be worth it. Hey, come on. Hey, come on. I need 3 of y'all's amulets. Dude, GTFO. Get out of here. Oh yeah, let's grab this right away, because then I can start hunting for stuff. Yeah, we're gonna keep the run as smooth as possible. Now, I know in the last run, we had a rule regarding fleeing combat, as far as, you know, determining when the first death of the run occurs. Wait, that was me? This is a solo run, Shiki, I'm sorry. We did have a stipulation with Sabrina's run that if combat was fled in a story quest, that counted as a failure. However, for this run, I am going to change that rule, and I'll update this in the rules when I go to post it to YouTube, when I go to export. So the way I'm going to change that rule is if someone else joins a story combat, then I am allowed to flee to maintain the integrity of the solo aspect of the run as much as possible. The only other player, I guess you could say, that would be allowed to join me is my brother's account if we need it for storyline questing. Otherwise, there will be no other joins allowed from anyone, because I want to maintain the run's integrity as much as possible. So I will change that rule for this run in particular. However, if I am alone and I flee a combat, that will count as a failure. So I'll put that forward now, and I'll even put together a Nightbot command for the rules of this run when I am able to do so. Because we basically did the entirety of Sabrina's run on YouTube. So I need to create a Nightbot command for our Twitch run of Storm. And I will do that when able. Yeah, and they do have slight resistance at this point, but it's not enough to be a threat. Yeah, it'll come up later, but...
Now, let's see what I can see. If I'm right, and I usually am, whoever's enchanting these storm amulets also kidnapped Susie. They probably have Susie imprisoned close by. I can use the link between the wand and Susie to find her, and the link between the storm amulets and their maker to produce a vision. Here goes. Nothing? Whoever this is, they have some powerful magic. I think I could break through the interference with a charged Lumina crystal.
They make Lumina crystals
at the mill across the river. I'm sorry, Shiki. For this run in particular, I would have to say no.
Lumina crystal, you're out of luck. The undead stole all my crystals. I've got lots of raw crystal. I could grind you another one, but the mill's broken. Undead stole the wheel cogs and scattered them all over. But even if I could grind you a crystal, I couldn't charge it. My lightning rod won't work. A Scarlet Screamer stole the primary coil. You could help get me up and running again. Gather up the cogs and get my coil back from the Scarlet Screamers, and I'll get you a crystal.
Hey. That's just a teleport. Oh! I'm gonna do what I said. Oh, shut up. They don't even have to be adjacent. And you can also hit it early by hitting the spacebar. You don't actually have to wait for it to finish. Yay! What do we got?
You don't know how to open a magic chest?
Most chests are locked magically.
If you can solve the puzzle. Is that everything? Good. Please don't bother me again.
I didn't even ask you. You're just an asshole, Cyrus. Ugh. There. Now, because these guys are myth, they are probably going to have storm shields, so I am going to check. Gonna bring a couple extra spells just in case that happens. Right. Is there another one? Go do it. Sedge. Hey, I'm more than happy to game with you. I'll catch a key. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And you can speed it up. And the pace actually picks up as well. I need a 1? Hello? I need a 1. There we go. 3, 5. Now I need a 7. Oh god. And if you catch the wrong key, that counts against you. So sometimes I gotta slow it down for a bit. Okay, let's see if, Hey, Chucky! My brother hates that one. Yay! Ooh. Yeah, what's crazy about Hammer of Thor, chat, is it's only a rank 3 spell with a Storm Pip. Like, that's insane, given the level that we can start using it at, so it's kind of wild.
Be bother this soggy place, and be bother you. If this coil's so precious to you, take it.
That's what, 3 silver chests? I think we should do a silver chest count. What do you guys think? So then we'd be at 3. And then I'll make it exclamation mark silver. Just so it's easy for people. Okay, I need that piece. There's usually 3 of those. Oops. Okay. Just to check the path. Okay. Yeah, I think that'd be funny if we tracked that. How many silver chests we bust open throughout the run. Because they usually give a good amount of gold and, like, treasure cards, and sometimes reagents. So they're also actually worth grabbing. For the most part.
Splendid! Now, put those cogs to good use and get the old wheel turning. I'll fix the lightning rod. Oh, we're ready. Here, just pull this lever and we'll charge that lumina crystal right after. Oh, yeah. Well done, wizard!
Nice.
Thanks to you, I'm back in. Here you are. One brand new, fully charged lumina crystal. She's a beauty. I hope she serves you well.
A lumina crystal! This should be just what we need. The lumina crystal will boost the power of my ritual. It'll work this time, I'm sure of it. It's working!
Susie, I can see her! But what was that horrifying thing with her?
That's the Harvest Lord. We studied him in class. He's a powerful spirit from the underworld who harvests the souls of the innocent.
It looked like she's in Galvanos Tower. That must be...
Oh.
It's time for an assignment. Please come pick it up at the school.
Ooh. Well, I'll go ahead and make a mark at Galvanos Tower, and then we'll go back and visit Halston and see what he's got for us. Silver 4. Yeah, we gotta keep track of this. Let's catch Keegan. Let me actually see if I can quick whip up a Nightbot command right now. Alright, now we have a new Nightbot command. Yeah, we're gonna call it the Wizard101 Silver Chest Counter. Throw that there. And then I will pin that in future streams. Oh! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you don't want to touch the bomb, so that's an instant failure. You don't want to catch the wrong key 4 times. 3. I needed 2. Now I need a 1. Get your key. Alright. But the count is up to date right now at 4. So, I did go ahead and add that in the command section for the counter. So now we are on track. I will make a mark here. We're gonna head back and see what Halston has for us. We're gonna grab this quest while we're at it. We are just gonna grab whatever we can. What do you got, Halston?
So, you want to do some research, huh? Great. Librarian Harold Argleston needs a Leyden jar. He's been doing a lot of experiments lately. The task at hand is to build one. Go to Lady Oriole and get some copper for the lining.
Yeah, we're getting a new spell, so we're gonna prioritize this one. Yep, at least we've got a mount to get us there quicker. Yeah, until I can start subclassing into fire. But I think I'm actually gonna wait. I'm gonna subclass into balance first because I want those blades. So. And if you guys spot silver chests, call them out. Because I may or may not see them, depending on what exactly we're doing.
Professor Halston Baelstrom needs some copper? Why, sure, I have some. Wish him good luck from me.
Excellent work. Now, let me line the jar with copper. Finished! Okay, now you'll need to talk to Torrance and fill it with rainwater. You should know what to do from there.
Ah, you are here to fill the jar with rainwater? Very well. Go fill it up. That should do it. You can now give the jar to Librarian Harold Argleston. Wish him good luck for me.
Okay, why is it playing over there? Quest helper, are you drunk?
You say you are returning a book that someone dropped? Oh! This is excellent. Just what I need for my experiments. Tell Professor Baelstrom thank you for me. Upon further examination of this Leyden jar, it could use a good charging. Could you take this outside the library and charge it?
You hear a hissing deep within the earth.
Sleep!
So, you need that charged? I can help you with this.
That's perfect, thanks. Tell Professor Baelstrom thank you for me.
So Harold Argylson liked the Leyden jar. Oh, that's excellent news. But you ended up doing most of the work. Here is a little reward for you.
Hey. Yep, so now we can convert storm damage to myth damage. We'll put that in the deck as it's needed, but for right now, we're not gonna worry about it too much. Hello. There we go. Alright, let's head out to...
Ah! You have been asked to enter a dungeon. To go inside, you will need to stand on that sigil next to the door. Once you activate the sigil, a countdown will start. When the timer runs out, anyone standing on the sigil will go...
Another soul to harvest. I knew my little prisoner would draw more to me, like flies to honey. Wait, my dark master warned me about you. Ha! Imagine the reward he will give me when I present him your very soul.
Help!
Yeah, we're probably going to need the Stormblade to knock him out quickly because of him being a rank 3 already. So, yeah, we definitely will. She's cute. Alright, let's give him a good smack. There's a fire spell. It's a DOT. How much they got left? Okay. Next turn I could knock him out. Isn't you already? It was short. Next time. Ah, okay. Bye, Blood!
line is nearly complete. Triton Avenue is doomed.
I know what he's talking about. Meet me outside, Wizard. I need your help.
That was starting to look close. And we are not even out of Wizard City yet. Alright, I will grab that silver chest in a second.
I overheard the Harvest Lord's plans. He was raising an army of rotting fodder, armed with storm magic to attack Wizard City. But there's more. The Tempest Nexus up on the ridge channels storm energy into Triton Avenue. The Harvest Lord diverted the flow of energy to enchant the amulets. But after he finished
it should have been updated.
he directed the flow back on itself. The Nexus will explode and take Triton Avenue with it.
It should be 5, but we can fix that.
By the mill to reach the Tempest Nexus. I'll meet you up there.
Yeah, let me check that. Let me tab over and look. Nightbot! Why are you doing this? Ow. Okay. Well, we'll have to hit it a few times. Shiki, if you don't mind getting that count up to 5, I have like a 10-second cooldown just to prevent duplicate clicks. If you're willing to do that. So we can make sure our count is accurate. I really appreciate it, Shiki. You rock, sir. I need a 3, please. There we go. Now I need a 2. And now I need a 1. Darn it. Get it. Nice. Perfect. Which I can probably take the teleporter back. I thought that was a silver one. Okay. That was wood. What? Oh, is she up there? Oh, okay, that's different. Oh yeah, this is the newer thing from...
It's worse than I thought. The Nexus could explode at any moment. The controls, they aren't working. I can't set it right. Professor Belstrom knows more about storm magic than anyone. Go ask him for help.
You can get to Raven. Use the Return to Commons button to get back to the Commons, and then head to Ravenwood.
Eee. Awesome. You rock, Shiki. For doing that.
Hello, Wizard! What? The Tempest Nexus is going to explode? Oh dear me, we can't have that! Here, take this Master Key, ring it against the metal of the Nexus 3 times, and the feedback loop should end! Good luck, and move quickly!
If you marked your location, click the recall button to return to your mark.
Yeah.
You did it, Wizard! Triton Avenue is saved! You didn't happen to run into my little brother Arthur anywhere, did you? He's all right? Thank goodness. Take me to him. It'll be good to see him again.
Good stuff. And if I encounter any silver chests off script, I will still do them and they will be tracked.
You rescued Susie! All's well. The Harvest Lord has been driven back into the shadows, and the storm energy is flowing again.
There's still a lot of undead roaming around, but without the Harvest Lord to direct them, we can handle them.
I'll help. So, the Harvest Lord said he had a Dark Master. Track that master down, Wizard, so Malastaire's memory can be redeemed.
Maybe you should leave that for later. For now, tell Sergeant Muldoon that things are calming down.
Yeah, playing as your pet, there's a couple quests with that.
The cave is across the river at the far end of Triton Avenue. Let's go investigate.
Alright, let's head back to Old Town. And then we will move on to Firecat Alley. We're gonna head down and pay tribute to my main school. And we will save Cyclops Lane for last. Making good progress today. Even for having spent almost 20 minutes just on character creation, it seems like. And, like, handling equipment.
Triton Avenue's not going to explode? Well, I should hope not. Sounds like things are getting sorted out. What a relief. Thanks, Wizard.
Alright, we are gonna head down to Firecat Alley. We are gonna start that one.
Halt! Oh, you're that Unicorn Way hero wizard, aren't you? What? Sergeant Muldoon said you. Woo! I need all the help I can get. This street is ablaze, wizard, and not in the way it's always ablaze. It's been completely consumed by anger and hostility and violence. The fire elves have gone insane. A gaggle of them even broke down the gate to the dark cave. Now the undead have spilled out into the street. I can't hold all these roving mobs of mayhem at bay alone. Please, wizard, can you drive the haunted minions back?
Sure can. How long are we streaming for? Probably about another, maybe half hour, 45 minutes. Something like that. Thankfully, Wizard101 is a lot quicker to pick up and put down than most other games that we play here on the channel. It's easy to just stop at the next quest area or in between combat. So I can play a little bit longer with Wizard101 than most other games as a result. Oh, the fire kitties. I'll handle that off stream though, that's a side quest they have to run up and down Firecat Alley for.
Truce. We'll keep to this corner of the street. But we're not going back in the dark cave. It's spooky in there.
The undead have promised not to venture any farther? It's not ideal, but after everything else that's happened here, I call that a win.
Yeah.
It all started when the Fire Elves were rehearsing the song Recollection from Firecats, the musical. Everything was going fine, pitchy soprano solo aside, when one of the Fire Elves suddenly shot a tiny arrow at me. Then another elf joined in, then another. The animosity spread like wildfire. Now even the lawn decorations have risen up and gone all stabby. A wizard named Lizzo Firespitter was coaching the elves on singing before the trouble started. I saw them attack her. I wanted to help, but I simply had to secure this position. Now I'm the only thing standing between all this chaos and Old Town. Please, will you check on Lizzo?
This is no place for a newbie like you. Wait! You're the new kid who cleaned up Unicorn Way, aren't you? Well, I'm glad you're here now. Some fire elves attacked me and stole my spell book. The truth hurts, but I'm literally powerless without it. Could you get my spell book back? You will? Thanks. Just try to be gentle, okay? The fire elves aren't evil. Someone, something, has corrupted them.
Or... Okay. I don't like the way the fire elves look now. They look really creepy, so... Just make them creepier, mission accomplished. Yeah. That's... I don't know if that was the objective, but I don't like it. Yay, Wiz. Ah! Hey, Shaq, how you doing? Yep, we have officially started the Storm solo run today. We actually almost had a death against the Harvest Lord, but I was able to play Heartbeat and hold on. So, eventually, though, our health will catch up a little bit more, but it's gonna be tricky.
Fire for fiddle! Burnt out ends of smoky days! The stale cold smell of morning! Fire for fiddle!
My spell book! Thank you! You really are as talented as they say. However, we're gonna need more than talent to help the fire elf. I have no idea what's causing my little friends to go cuckoo bananas like this, or how to help them. But I might know of someone who does. There's a rumor of a witch who was fired from Ravenwood that lives in hiding here on Firecat Alley. They say she turned a kid into a humongo frog. I think we can convince her to use her advanced magical prowess to help the fire elves. I might be too optimistic, but that's a human in me. The wizard in me is worried she's the one who caused all this. Either way, we need to find her. Perhaps one of the other denizens knows how. I saw Shellis Gruffheart cowering in a corner at the top of the hill instead of helping me while I was running for my life earlier. Oh well, go ask Shellis if he knows where the witch lives.
Leave me alone! Oh, you're a wizard. Wait, you're not two fire elves in a wizard costume, are you? No? You promise? 'Cause I know ice magic. Okay, I believe you. Which is good, because I don't know a lick of ice magic. So, are you here to save me, magical child? Not quite. Fair enough. What do you want then? Do I know where the old witch is? I'm not sure. What I am sure of is that the bedeviled fire elves stole my strongbox. My entire month's earnings are in that box, wizard. You get my strongbox back. Wink, wink. And maybe I'll remember the answer to your question.
Yeah, before Wizard101 becomes entirely unplayable. If only I could draw. Maybe I should remove the sharpened blade and the Hammer of Thor out of the deck until it's actually time to use them. Because until I get the Storm Blade, the Sharpened Blade is useless to me. Because I cannot apply it to the hamster card. So... I could also reduce the number of cards I just have in my deck in general. Maybe have 2 of each. Then take the Fire Cat out. And that should work better. You have 2 of each instead of 3. Unless we're going to be in a prolonged engagement. Yeah, technically once I get the Storm Blade, I will be able to have 3 blades on each attack. Because I can have the sharpened one, the hamster, and the base one.
Fire for Fiddle, as he loves to tell. Fire for Fiddle, the fiend of the fell. Fire for Fiddle, fire for Fiddle.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and yoink it out of the deck until I can actually use it. Yeah, at level 15, I will be able to buy a Archmastery gem.
My strong box! Thank you. Now about your question. I can't say for certain she's a witch, but there's a peculiar hermit who lives down the way. She keeps her windows drawn, and there's often strange smoke billowing from her chimney. That's the best I can give you. Hope it helps.
What? How dare you interrupt an old woman from her stories? Did Ambrose send you to banish me? Well, I'm not going without a fight. What's that? Corrupted fire elves? Murderous magma men? The undead have spilled from Dark Cave? They need the witch's help? First off, I'm 100% not that witch. Or any witch, for that matter. I'm an alchemist. Secondly, this sounds like a city guard job. The guard is pinned down. Ugh, typical. All right then, I'll help. But I need to know exactly what we're dealing with here. Take this special vial and collect a sample of magma from those magma men you mentioned for me to analyze. We'll go from there.
I got for now, get the rest Nova. Bye, Shiki! Hang in there, okay?
Oh, that was quick. Phew! You smell like sulfur. Now, hand me the magma and I'll run a quick analysis on it. And done. Ah, looks like the root cause was a banshee's whale curse. Oh, and I recognize these melodic signatures. Bastilla Gravewind. Bastilla was the prima donna of the Fire Globe Theater decades ago. She had a bitter relationship with the Fire Elves, especially fellow actors. During a performance of magic fire music, her elf co-star accidentally summoned actual fire magic, and that was the end of poor Bastilla. I'd heard that she had a thriving underworld theater career, but apparently she's decided to return with a vengeance. A Banshee's whale curse works like an auditory virus. Rehearsals for that dreadful musical served as the perfect way to infect the masses. Thankfully, this particular whale seems to have no effect on humans, but we need to help the Fire Elves before their little brains melt. To reverse the curse, I'll need a Herkimer stone to record Bastilla's voice onto. Get one from the Rotting Fodder in Dark Cave.
Ah, you've been working hard. Come see me. I have something new to teach you.
Ooh, already. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go to Dark Cave. And then we'll make a mark by the rotting fodders there, and then we will see what Halston has for us. Yeah, I think she's right by Dark Cave. Just to grab the quest. I haven't seen any more silver ones for a minute. Yeah, she's right there. And I'll even go into the other zones to take care of side questing. Okay, so he's not gonna be... So I want to make sure we're good to go. Alright, Mark, go home. We'll go to the Commons. I guess I could have gone to the home because then it gets me to the dorm room, but it's not that critical. What do you got, Halston? What are you teaching us? What are you teaching us today? Excuse me. Thermic shield. Yeah, actually, maybe going into ice and getting tower shield would be a good first option, because that allows us to resist any school damage type, even if only at 50%. That's gonna be better than 0. So... Alright, let's get it done.
Take our Herkimer stone. We'll dig up another to record our sickened beats upon.
Okay. Oh, we got another chest! Someone hit silver! Exclamation mark silver! One kind soul in the chat. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I grab these two at the same time? Oh, 3? This is easy. Okay, Chucky. Yay! You got it. Puzzle. I will go ahead and hit that just so we can keep the counter accurate. I don't know if that's coming from the game or outside, but... yeah, wood chests are optional, but silver chests are mandatory.
Ah, good. This Herkimer stone should work nicely to record Bastilla's wail. I'll override whatever noise the rotting fodder had imbued it with. You just need to get Bastilla mad enough to let out a good shriek. Herkimer stones naturally capture the sound waves of the undead. I did a little reconnaissance while you were gone. Big surprise, Bastilla is in her old house, the Diva's Tower, down the street. Good luck!
Isn't it just there? I thought I saw one. Yeah, Blackberry. Hey, Blackberry, how you doing? Oh, that's good, Blackberry. Alright, let's make sure we are equipped. And I can put some treasure cards on my deck. Yeah, she's likely to have a minion, so I'm gonna... Going to a wedding today? Nice! Who's getting married?
At last! No. At last! I've been eagerly awaiting a review of the performance I gave for the Fire Elves. What? Are you not a fan? Well, Alistar is. None of you wretched living creatures' opinions will matter once the Dark Master's plan is fulfilled. And there's nothing you can do about it.
My uncle. Hey, nice! I think I'm actually gonna switch pets. Photographer for it with Father Barry. Nice. Yeah, my accuracy's gonna suffer big time. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a lot of accuracy boosting stuff yet. Yeah. Okay, so that one's out. Yeah, because with Lightning Strike, that brings my accuracy up to 100%.
How dare you upstage my comeback performance? It was going so well, too. I laughed. I cried. Oh, it was better than Firecats. Enjoy this day, whelp. For when you bear witness to Malistair's malum opus, then you will be sorry. This entire wretched city will be sorry!
Making sure there's no side questing history books. Yeah, this is actually really cool. Seeing the game from the perspective of the polar opposite of what I'm used to doing. This is quite the journey already. We've already had 2 close calls. Well, we had 1 against the Harvest Lord, but still, it could have been a close call. This is definitely not a point-and-shoot run.
Did you capture Bastilla's whale? Great! What's that? She warned there's still more to Malister's sinister plan? Wait, Malister's behind this? Malister? Drake? The Death Professor? I'd heard he blew himself up with the Death School after his sweet wife, Sylvia, passed. Truth be told, I'm not surprised. There was always a certain darkness about him. Sylvia was too good for that entire Drake family, if you ask me. Nonetheless, we still need to transmute Bastilla's wail into a cure for the Fire Elves. We'll just need a few things before we can get started. Unfortunately, the alchemical transmutation will require some equipment that I'm no longer privy to. One student turns himself into a humongo frog, and everyone wants the alchemy professor run out of town. Bartleby forbid Ambrose have my back. Anyhow, I can make do with crafting equipment. Here's a list of items to borrow from Gloria Crendel in Old Town. Just, don't mention my name.
Hello, young wizard. How can I help you craft today? You'd like to borrow some crafting items. I suppose that's all right. Let's see your list. 1 large beaker, 1 crucible, 5 aludels, and a small athanor. Well, this is your lucky day. I just received a crate of those items. Of course, there are a few other items in the crate as well. Tell Greta she's welcome to them too. Call it an overdue parting gift. What? I can spot Greta's alchemy setup a mile away. Don't worry. Everybody knows she's been hiding on Firecat Alley. Oh, do say hello for me.
It's great.
How did it go? You got everything on the list? And Gloria says hello? Oh. Let's just get this done. Go set up the alchemy table over there. Ooh, that equipment is nice enough for an amateur like you to perform the transmutation. Go on. Just place the Herkimer stone on the crucible. There we are. Now bring me the potion and let me check your work. Wow! A+ work here, young one. Good work. Now for the next part of the plan. The curative intonation potion will work similarly to the initial curse, so you'll need to administer it to an influential fire elf. Alacane Swift Arrow is the most famous fire elf actor alive. Once he's cured, just explain to him that it's up to him to pass the cure on to his people. You'll find Alacane in the Fire Globe Theater. I've imbued your wand with the curative potion. Now go give Alacane a good thwacking.
Meh. Wasn't it just there?
Magicians have something to learn. Fire for Frittle Wizard City must burn. Fire for friddle.
Just about. Alright. You're fucking kidding me. I can't believe we didn't even make it out of Wizard City. Well, that moots the rest of the rules. Well, the death rules anyway, but... Well, take two, I suppose. Well, take two, Chet, I suppose. I can't believe it that I didn't even make it out of Wizard City before my first death. That's a damn shame. Yeah, I told my brother about it and he said, storm is storm, and I'm like, yeah, but seriously. Yeah, to the next storm spell. I have to heal myself. Are you kidding? You're fucking kidding! You're fucking kidding me! He's got sunbird already? Dude. This run is shot, I swear. We're off to a bad start here, guys. Take 3. And I even killed this minion first! Take 3, shit. Well then, okay. I didn't think I was gonna be having trouble this early. And the fact that he's going first.
Resonance hath been driven from my brain. By the hand of this gentle wizard, I am again stark raving sane. How can I ever repay you?
Hello, wizard. I noticed your backpack is almost bursting with items. Go into your back.
You say only I can deliver my people from the grip of this dreadful banshee's curse? But how? I am an actor. We are the opposite of people. The cure and my voice hath entwined? Then accept the role of hero I must, and I shall deliver a performance for the ages to the streets!
Alright, well then. Yeah, as soon as we turn things in, I think we're gonna be done with Firecat Alley. Pretty certain about that.
Well, did you fix this mess? Can I go back to my stories now? Finally! This whole ordeal has made me realize that I don't miss working with students as much as I'd previously thought. No offense.
Run along then, dear.
And if you would be so kind as to omit my name from your official reporting to the city guard, I'd appreciate it. Ta-ta!
Hey, new.
Yeah, I'll grab it in a minute, but...
Great balls of fire! You're alive! When I didn't hear back from you, I just assumed... Well, I'm glad you weren't fricasseed. Did you find Lizzo? She's safe now? Whew! And a cure for the Fire Elves' madness is being administered as we speak? You're amazing! You should tell Sergeant Muldoon! And feel free to mention how I'm still bravely defending this position. If it comes up. Thanks, Wizard. I couldn't have done it without you.
Hello again, young wizard. Do the smell of brimstone and burnt hair spell word from Firecat Alley? You helped quell an undead insurrection and cured a fire elf curse? Impressive! We're not out of the woods yet, but we're making headway.
Alright, well, we are gonna stop here. Well, we'll get to the next spot, but then I gotta get up, go find some lunch, and then I need to
Professor Drake sent me
skedaddle.
another assistant. Hurry, this way. We can talk safely over here.
Yeah, I can pick up these quests real quick. Yeah, it's just the fishing. Alright, well, we're gonna stop here. We're gonna do a progress check, and then we are going to head out. So we've got a good day to Cyclops. It's not really a set order. So it's kind of tricky. So we did everything in Firecat Alley. I'm gonna do the map. So we've got 11 from Unicorn Way. That we did. Plus 7 from Firecat Alley, at least main. And then 11 from Triton Avenue. So we've done 29 of them out of 39. So we are actually going to be able to finish in the next episode, more than likely. So I'm gonna head out, my good friends. We will go find somebody to raid. Let's go raid someone. Maybe somebody else who's doing Wizard101.
No.
Yeah, let's go raid this guy. I'll see you guys over there.